Hello, hello, guys. Hi, everyone. Welcome to the new personal Ashley streams. I guess the Honey Bun streams, not Hunicast. I've been nervous for a long time because I've always considered the lives on this channel to kind of be exclusively for Honeycasts. And I didn't like streaming on Twitch anymore, so I've kind of been in a weird limbo of like, well, I kind of want to do personal streams, but where do I do it? So I guess we're gonna try this out. We'll see how long this lasts. Whatever, it's fine, it's cool. We're here though. Thank you everybody for all the sweet messages and all the support and kindness. I saw a lot of people going like, where's the sound? There's no sound. I don't have any, like, starting soon, music or anything yet. I might, commission my friend Adam, who does the music for Farfetch'd and Satina and Billy Bust Up. I might commission him to do some background music or something for this. We'll see, and, see where it goes. I need to stop saying we'll see so much. I don't know if you can tell I'm a little nervous. I haven't streamed completely on my own in a very long time. Very, very long time. And this is a lot of people to be perceiving me and watching me. It's very scary, and I am but a prey creature. And my buddy Cole is in the room, and he is laughing at me in the background. Say hi, Cole.
Hello.
I got him a bunch of Pikmin miniatures and he's putting them together in the living room.
Don't fucking tell them that.
He's playing with his little Pikmin. But hey, Drew Knox, thank you for the super chat. Welcome back to YouTube. Love your shit. Oh, well, thank you. Very sweet of you. But yeah, I have a VTuber. I technically premiered this VTuber on the last Farfetch stream because we've been doing some streams over there on the Farfetch channel. And yeah, I was doing a lot of Farfetch streams for a little bit, and then I started working full-time on Lacad Daisy, so that has eaten up a ton of my time, but thankfully, the lovely people over at Lacad Daisy were like, hey, by the way, Ashley, we know streaming's like your deal, we know it's your thing. If you want to stream some of your Lacad Daisy work during your work time, that would be cool. And I was like, hey, sweet. Kill two birds, one stone. Don't kill birds, that's mean. But yeah, I will probably be streaming some Lacad Daisy work during my work days. And maybe after hours doing some games and stuff. Palm does stuff. Thank you so much for the super chat. Father. Yes, I am your father. But yeah, very much going back kind of to the roots of Hunicast. I don't know if a lot of people, Ashley Gay, shut up, Nixie. I don't know if a lot of people remember that. It's been ages and ages and eons. But way back in the day when Hunicast first started, they were the Has-Been cleanup streams, and I was just doing cleanup animation for Has-Been and streaming it, and then Michael joined, and then Ed joined, and then it all went downhill from there and turned into the crazy oh, Ashley madness. See, haha, I said it, the meme, haha. The madness that now is Hunicast. But yeah, these are just gonna be chiller, quieter. A lot of the time, it's probably just gonna be me. But I'll probably end up bringing on other friends, other folks, other Lacad Daisy voice actors. I need to stream because it's fun and I enjoy doing it, but the Hunicast is a very big commitment, so I'm like, I need something smaller, something more chill, something to vibe with, and so I'm trying these out. But yeah, long-winded way to say, hey, I'm back. We also Platanium Amex, thank you so much for the super chat. Everyone say it with me. 3, 2, 1. Oh, Ashley, are you happy? Are you proud of yourself? Have you gotten what you came here for? Do I entertain? Oh, God. Stop screaming.
Something very important.
Oh, show me. You have leaves in your beard, by the way.
Really?
Yes.
Again?
Go look. Oh, it's a tiny pink Pikmin with a boner.
With its boner.
With a boner.
It's got a wiener. The wiener.
By the way, if you want more streams to watch, go over to Twitch and check out Octoshroom.
I wouldn't.
He is my favorite Twitch streamer. And he's hanging out in my living room right now. That's how big of a fan I am. I kidnapped him. But yeah, go to Twitch, check out Octoshroom. He streams whenever at this point. I don't think you quite have a schedule anymore. Blizzical, thank you so much for the super chat. Looking forward to see what you guys do next. You've come such a long way. Thank you. Yeah, for those who don't know, like I do a lot of voice acting now. You might know me as Zooble in Digital Circus. I'm voicing Lacey in Lacad Daisy, Belle in Billy Bus Stop. I voice Shark in Duper 64 streams. Also, Josie Buckner, thank you for the super chat. And Dan Maniac says, hey, Ashley, love your work. Loved Hunicast for years. And I'm happy to see you're back. You're an inspiration for me. Oh, thank you. Fiction for Eternity says, your prey will be dominated by Rule 34 artists. I'm sure. There's already plenty of that out there. And that is fine. Not everybody's fine with that, but I know the internet will internet, and I do not care. Zelos Wilder says, thank you for the super chat. Sounds like Pikmin Bro is a druid. He has leaves in his beard. He is a druid. Druids would be fans of Pikmin, come think of it. No, but I always describe Cole as a heavy metal druid. Like, he dresses like a heavy metal fan, but then he's just always buried in dirt and moss. He's just standing in front of me, nodding his head like, yeah.
Your fucking yard hurt.
Yeah, he's been doing my gardening lately.
I'll be right back.
We need a Lacad Daisy Metallica cover. How would that work? Swing jazz cover of Metallica? Captain Char, thank you for the super chat. Oh god, I'm not going to be able to get any work done if there's this many super chats all the time. I'm sure it's only this crazy because it's the first stream after a while. Captain Char, thank you for the super chat. I used to listen to Hunicast while at work. Good times. Also, you'll do fine at this, Ashley. Thank you. Last Chance 1A. Hi, Ashley. I wanted to say thanks for inspiring me to write my web novel called Tales of the Dark Spark. Ooh, that sounds fun. I'm glad. Hey, Daniel. Doing good. Roxy Caldwell. Hi, Ashley. Missed you. Are we still getting a Digital Circus Hunicast? Yes, we are. We are in the process of scheduling that. Scheduling that's been a little difficult, and I am doing conventions every weekend this month and a good few weekends through the future. And also, I'm going to be in LA for a week for, I don't know if I can say this, a big thing that's being recorded. So yeah, this month is just insane. Mama Luigi, let us out of the basement, please. Fuck no. You've been there for years. Shouldn't you be used to it by now? Zealous Wilder says, you can use my combined super chats to get the biggest chicken. Bro, okay, so we were out the other day, driving around, I forget why, we needed to go do something. And we drove by a restaurant that was literally called Big Chicken. And I was like, what the fuck? It's real. It's actually real. What the shit? Did they take that from us? It's new. It hasn't been here long. It's post Hunicast meme. Should I sue them? I could use the money to finally fund Farfetch. That'd be pretty cool. Gamerman, question, any tips on how to become a voice actor? I have no idea. I kind of stumbled into it. The only way that I really know is just to start auditioning for stuff, look up what kind of booth setup you should really have, and just start auditioning. I was able to start doing voice acting because I'm an animator, and I work on a bunch of different projects, and so when those projects held auditions, the newspaper, and oh, a letter. I'll have to read that after stream. Thank you, Cole.
Read it on stream. Read it on stream.
God, what was I saying? I'm an animator. So when projects that I'm working on hold auditions and stuff, I can just be like, "Hi, can I audition, please?" So, long story short, nepotism, I guess. But no, there's a million routes to go about it. Figure out, what kind of route you might have the easiest access to. But definitely keeping an eye on Twitter and auditioning when you see auditions go up. Or, asking to audition for things that your friends are doing, all that. Just try it out. Try a bunch of different things and practice. With the artist's permission, you can do like comic dubs on Twitter. That's a good way to get attention and practice in. Just try all sorts of things. Have fun. Make YouTube videos. Stream. Just do content. Honestly, when people ask me how to get into doing almost anything, I'm like, I don't know, just make stuff. That's how I did it. That's all I know. I'm not very helpful. But all right. Meg, it's been 5 years. Good Lord. Hi, Meg. All my moderators are crawling out from the basement just like, it's been years. Why am I here? Why didn't you warn us you were streaming? Love you guys. Appreciate you. You're still gonna stay in the basement, but yeah. Okay, enough dilly-dallying. Let's switch over to the work screen. I think my VTuber's a little too big. Come here. Let's scrounge ya. I'm gonna shrink. Oh no! I'm melting! Ah! Okay. Oh god, you can see how bad my hand's shaking by how I drag this. Slightly nervous. A little bit nervous. Not used to this yet. It'll get better. I think that's a good size. Crazy King said, thank you for the super chat, says, hey Ashley, I hope you've been well. If you don't mind answering a question for me, any tips for an artist who struggles to find the motivation to draw consistently? Thank you. I am going to be real. I am going through the same issue. I draw maybe once a week at this point, if it's not for my job. I've just kind of been that way for a few years at this point. And I saw somebody say once, and this is stuck in my brain, if you have burnout for a really long time, it's probably depression. So I probably am suffering with a little bit of depression, but the things that kind of help pull me out of that is to just get out of the house, go outside, touch grass, if you will, but no, genuinely, in a real way. Just hang out with friends, talk to people, go outside, experience stuff, watch new movies, look at new shows, read some books, be them, stories or be it informational text. Just figure out the kind of things that inspire you and just play around, mess around, and remember that drawing is just for fun. So just have fun, goof around. Hope that helps. Alchemy SL says, this is so wild. I was sketching last night while listening to your Hunicast episodes, and now you're streaming. What is timing? Keep up the great work. Thank you. Every now and again, I get people who will message me and just be like, Ashley, I love listening to the Hunicast streams while I'm working. They help me so much. When are they coming back? And I'm like, I'm sorry. Because I'm meek. I'm a shivering little golem creature. I don't know if you guys could hear Cole. He's like, you're not as strong as Gollum. Don't say that.
He could bite off his finger. You can't even eat baby carrots without getting sick. Do the math.
Just because I get sick when I eat baby carrots doesn't mean I'm not strong.
That's exactly what that means!
I want to see people do fan art of me just sitting here streaming while a disembodied druid across the room just shouts at me.
Get to work. That fucking summon I showed you.
You do. I still need to draw it. Your big bog creature. Oh yeah, I should probably explain what I'm doing here. So this is one of the shots from Lacad Daisy Season 1. Look at that. Spoilers behind the scenes for all you Lacad Daisy fans out there. So I'm working on Victor here, and I already finished, question mark. It needs approval from the director still. The first shot from Lacad Daisy Season 1 cleanup-wise. I did all the line work on that and finished it this morning. This is the second one that's getting cleaned up for Season 1. And for those who may not know, I am actually the cleanup lead for Lacad Daisy for Season 1. I also voice act and do compositing and tool building and viz dev and a million other jobs on Lacad Daisy. But currently my main job is cleanup lead. And so I've been kicking off doing cleanup on a bunch of the characters. Or not characters, but a bunch of the shots, I should say. Mainly so far, my first 2 shots have just been Victor, my beloved, my boy. Speaking of, I gotta get Jason on here, voice of Victor. He is a good egg, a big vampire, spooky vampire good egg boy. Oh, but yeah, it's gonna take me a minute to get into the swing of drawing because I'm nervous and shaky. And that does not mix well with drawing. But first, before I get back to it, I saw another super chat. I give you and all animators tons of props. I'm trying to do a rough animation, and 5 frames in, I already want to meet my tablet. Deep breaths, we're all here for you. Animation's hard. And thank you so much for the super chat, Kara. Yeah, animation's very, very difficult and very time consuming, and honestly, not even 5 frames in a lot of the time, you just feel like quitting. It's a lot. Callum, thank you for the super chat. What do you call a werewolf that is also a potato? A Frycanthrope. Ed's not here for dad jokes, so dad jokes aren't allowed. Illegal. Get out. Alright, let's get back to drawing this guy's nose. And once I finish doing this, I'm just gonna have wobbly hands today. That's fine. We can do the good old trick in not Clip Studio, Toon Boom, where you draw a wobbly line, then you grab it and you shake it out, and suddenly it's smoother. Not a very official cleanup technique, but it's what I use. It's what I do. Because I'm lazy and drawing's hard. Oh yeah, also, I guess I could show you guys this full shot real quick. Show you what it looks like so you have a better idea what we're working on. Turn on the little camera peg here so he moves. Oh yeah, as you can see, what I'm working on right now, I don't think you're actually even gonna see. You're not. Oh well, it's fine. Needs to get done anyway. Just in case the camera movement on the shot changes. But alright. Now I'll play that a few more times for folks who want to see it. The animation on this shot is so nice. It's so pretty. Okay, turn off camera peg. And then back to work. You are gonna cause me issues. You go away for a second. Thank you. Longtime fan Ashley, since your MLP work actually, wow, you've been around for a long time. You're one of my favorite artists. Please keep up the amazing work. Hey, thank you, Percy Bean. Thank you for the super chat. T-Rex, thank you for the super chat. Hello, been a while since these streams. It has. It has been a while. It has been a very long time. But we are back. Also, I guess I should probably also explain what cleanup is for those who may not know. Oh no. Did it not? Okay, fine. Don't paste in place. Don't remember that I copied that element, whatever. I'll just redraw it. But, so, I think everybody here is probably aware of what animation is. Not cleanup animation. Most people don't know what cleanup animation is. But a lot of people here probably know what animation is, because you've seen animated movies and whatnot. But a lot of people don't realize that it can't just go from the animation stage to color, because you can't expect an animator to work completely clean from the get. That would be very cruel. A lot of animation, if there's any frames like that here, are a little bit scribblier. This animation actually is not a very good example of that, because this is very clean. This barely needs cleanup. But as you can see, you know, there's a little bit of scribbliness here and there. But there's some animations that are a lot scribblier. And basically what cleanup animation is going back over everything and making sure that all the lines are nice and clean and tidy, and refining the animation a bit. So, as you can catch right here in the animation, his nose looks different than how I cleaned it up. I gave it this little, like, Superman shape here, and that is because this nose in the animation is technically off model. And so part of the job of the cleanup artist is to go through and find little things like that that are off model and fix them. So thankfully, I think that is the only frame where, yeah, the rest of the frames were with his nose are perfectly on model. But that little one right there was wrong, so I had to go in and fix that. And then, you know, actually, I should pull up his reference so I know what to look for. Come here, you. Come here, darling. Pop you out. You guys can't see that yet, but you will in a second. Pop you back in. There we go, reference view. Let's make that bigger. So another part of my job as cleanup lead on Lacad Daisy is making these little references. Actually, a lot of what I've been doing lately has been, oh, he does not have that line on the bridge of his nose. I don't know why I remember him having a differently colored nose, but I guess he doesn't have that. And see, that's why it's good to have these. But yeah, big part of my job has been putting these little references together, if you can see it in the top corner, and I have to point out, like, underside of his shoe has a different color, and he has a shadow on the inside of his pants. The underside of his hat has a different color. And then all the different swatches for his line colors, and then mouth colors, and then just a basic, like, front and back. I forgot to clean up that line. Oh no, everybody's seeing my mistakes. But yeah, just shut up, Cole. Basically pointing out just different elements of the character and how they look and how they're supposed to work and how they're supposed to be cleaned up. Yeah, that's probably not the coolest explanation on how cleanup animation works, but I hope it clarifies things a little bit. Now I'm having, like, a Mandela effect, because now I feel like I remember the bridge of his nose having a different color, but I don't think it does. I think I would have caught that if it did. Yeah, no, it does not. Okay, weird. Okay, I don't need that line then. I'm not wrong. Or my reference image isn't wrong. I'm sure y'all are gonna see me catch a lot of issues with my reference images that I've made as we go, because I've had to make a lot of them so far. And sometimes you miss things. Okay, but it does follow from here. Why aren't you? Ah, you're not connected. Yoink, come here. Okay. Yeah, another cool thing that I have going with Toon Boom that you'll see me futz with every now and again and be confused by, is I have a little thing that makes it so when you draw two lines, they connect and become one line. And if you didn't have that on, they would just stay as two separate lines, which sometimes is fine, but a lot of the time, just to keep things nice and clean, you want your lines to connect and be all one thing so it doesn't create a bunch of gaps and it doesn't make anything look weird or like morphing the line later on isn't difficult. Like, imagine if this is two separate lines. I couldn't just morph it like that. I would have to adjust each one individually. I don't know if this is entertaining for anyone, but welcome to the cleanup stream. You're going to learn a lot about cleanup here, because I have no idea what else to talk about a lot. Gotta turn that back on. Cole's just whispering at me, "You're doing good. You're doing great." You're not the only one who's allowed to be mean to me. I think Ed would take umbrance with that. Please strike Ed down with a rock. It's super interesting. Good, I'm glad. Super chat from Malden makes art. What is your process when doing cleanup? Also, I'm a big fan of Hunicast, and I love having it on in the background when working. Oh, I'm glad. So the process is kind of as you see it here. So this animation, I think, was done by Olivia over on Lacad Daisy, I'm fairly certain. But the way it works is Olivia hands me a file. And ignore this layer here that says drawing. That's fine. You don't need to focus on that. Don't pay attention to that. That doesn't exist yet. But Olivia will hand me a file, and it'll have all of this in it. It'll just have, like, the animation. If there's a camera move, it'll have the camera move in there. This one has the background and the 3D background in there. And I believe, are these the rough? Yeah. So these are their first roughs underneath. Actually, okay, to go back to my talk earlier about what cleanup animation is, a lot of the time when we do cleanup, this is what we're handed. Like, just something really, really rough like this that we eventually have to turn into the final frame. Olivia over here, kind enough to clean that up. But usually going from this step to this step, a lot of the time is the cleanup animator's job as well. So yeah, we're handed this file with a rough animation in it, and then we've got to come in and make our own layer on top, and we start going over everything. And Lacad Daisy in particular, you can see it over here, has its own unique brush that has its own unique texture and everything too, that I built way back during the pilot days of Lacad Daisy. But a lot of shows, including Farfetched and Has-Been, which I did clean up on Has-Been and do clean up on my own show, Farfetched, they usually just use like a completely normal line like that. Like if I turn on the render view, you can see how the Lacad Daisy brush, oh no, you can't see anything anymore. You can see how the Lacad Daisy brush has this nice like texture on it. But a lot of shows literally just use the plain straight normal brush like that. Lacad Daisy's going for that old Disney Xerox era look, so it's got its own unique thing going on. Switch to normal brush. And then, yeah, I just take the animation, I go over it, I fix any errors I might see. Like you see, I had to fix this nose here because it was off model. Let me go back to my reference view. Come here, Victor. Let me stare at your beautiful face. There we go. And then I just gotta go over every one of these frames, one by one. And, I've done both cleanup animation and, like, animation. I honestly think cleanup takes much, much longer. Like, it's not as hard. I would say animating's a little bit more taxing mentally, but, like, time-wise and effort-wise, cleanup definitely really takes the cake. It is not a job for the faint of heart, and a lot of animators choose to just not even do the cleanup phase. Understandably so. Only crazy people like me choose to make cleanup their specialty. But I've told a lot of people who ask, like, hey, I want to break into indie animation or like industry animation. Where should I start? And I usually tell them, okay, everyone wants to be an animator. Like, that is the number one job that everyone wants to get into and do in this industry. And there's nothing wrong with that. I want to be an animator too. Like, that's cool and that is fine. But there's a lot of competition in that job field out there. So what I highly recommend people do is go and learn another skill that is parallel to animation. So like that could be storyboarding, that could be cleanup animation, you know, anything that you want to get into that's in the same field. Compositing, it could be anything. Learn how to do that. Find the smaller niches with animation and get really good at that. And that will give you the opportunity to get into a studio a little bit more easily because those jobs aren't as often sought out. And then you can get in, get to know people, get connections, and kind of start dropping little hints and be like, hey, so I really also want to learn and get into animation. Do you have any like tests available or like resources? Like you can talk to the director or the animation leads and be like, hey, what could I do? What could I learn? What are you looking for? And, you know, of course, focus on doing your job, but on the side, you can start poking and being like, hey, I kind of want to do this too, you know, just dropping the hints. And if you're working on a really cool team and they really like you, they might let you switch departments or do multiple. I don't know if that quite works as well in the actual, you know, studio system, because I've only ever worked on one, like, big, like, mainstream non-indie thing, which was Animaniacs, but that was also all done remote. I didn't actually get to work in the studio, so I'm talking from just things that I've heard and through the experiences of others that I've heard about. But yeah, just try it out. Can't hurt. I see there's a few more super chats here. Let me get this hat just right. Also, if you've noticed, a crutch I have to rely on very heavily with cleanup is just fixing my lines after the fact, because I have very wobbly hands. So part of the reason I love using the pencil tool over the brush tool in Toon Boom, aside from you should just be using the pencil tool for your cleanup regardless, but it creates all these nice points that I can drag around and move and modify and smush to make things just perfect. All right, let's catch up on some super chats. We've got Brony Fiorine Minuet, who says, love ya in Funny Circus Show. How's Hell Puppy coming along? Hell Puppy's coming along good. We've got a good bit more work to do on it. And really all that's left is just raising the money for that. So we're figuring out ways to get more money, but it's coming along good. What? Roddy Doodles, thank you so much for the $100 super chat. Holy shit. What's the best advice to grow up as an artist, to engage to the people, to build a community and make anything what you want with your art? I love your job. You're my inspiration. Honestly, my best advice is just make friends with other artists and make whatever you want. Like, just create things and have fun doing it. Don't worry about making sure that it's something popular or something that's going to be successful, or don't even worry about making sure that it's like perfect or like even, you know, quote unquote, as good as you want it to be. Because no matter what you make, it's never going to quite be as good as what you want it to be. And if you keep waiting for the moment to start making it for when you feel like it's perfect or you feel like you're good enough to start, it's just never going to happen. Because trust me, you're never going to feel good enough. And that's kind of what happened with Farfetch'd for a very long time. I started really, really developing Farfetch'd back in 2015, 2016. And it took until 2020 for me to finally pull the trigger and be like, okay, no, I'm going to make this thing. And before that, I had a million other project ideas that I was developing and just kind of waiting until the point that I was good enough to do it. And eventually I decided, you know what? I don't need to be good enough. I just need to make it. Because I'm not making it for other people. I'm making it for me. And as long as I'm having fun doing that, that's all that matters. So I just started. And I didn't know what I was doing. And I'm still making a lot of mistakes constantly. Because that's how you learn. But it's really important to, make sure that you are trying to learn and you are taking critique and advice and seeking out critique and advice, and just remembering, though, that at the end of the day, the point of you making things should be, for yourself, to have fun, to learn, to grow. And when people see that you're making something because you're passionate about it and because you love it, people are naturally drawn to that. And so I'm very heavily of the belief, these lines are too thick, I think. I am very heavily of the belief that if you are putting your heart into something and you are really like showing people what you love and what you care about, people will recognize that and they will enjoy it. And it may not be a million people. You may not be the next, big thing, but ultimately that shouldn't be your goal. The more you worry about fame and popularity, the more it'll just drag you down. So just create for you. Be as self-indulgent and as cringe as you want to be. Once you are cringe, you are free. I mean, hell, I'm making a show about a purple sparkle dog at the ripe old age of 30 years old. Actually, I think I'm 31 now. I'm an old woman. And you know what? I'm happy. I'm enjoying it. I was in a really dark place before I started making Farfetched. I knew that I needed something that was for me to make myself. And I don't regret a second of starting. Even though, sure, along the way, people have seen, how messy my work can be and how, unrefined some of my skills are. That's fine. They also get to watch me grow because of that, and that's neat. But yeah, just long story short, make stuff. Make stuff, have fun. We've got another super chat from Sim Cinema who says, "Hi, Ashley and Mike. Hi, Ashley. Been a fan of yours since has been, and I'm glad to hear you're back. Hope you and Michael are doing well. Do you think someone is too old to start drawing, or is it a skill you recommend to start sooner?" You can start drawing at any age. Absolutely any age. There are people who don't start drawing until they're in their 50s. And you know what? It's easier to start and learn when you're older and your brain's more developed. Starting out younger, you kind of struggle a little bit more. That isn't to say don't start if you're younger. Start now. Doesn't matter when. You could be 10 years old. You could be 50. You could be 100. It's super, just doesn't matter. It's cool. If you're passionate about it and you want to do it, just go for it. Who's going to tell on you? God? You don't care. You got other shit to worry about. If there's any new skill that you want to learn and pick up at any age, I believe that should be encouraged. Because learning new things and experiencing all there is to life is one of the few joys that we get to have. And it's good to value that. I mean, speaking of new skills and learning new stuff, I am constantly I'm too busy. I don't have time. I'm 31 years old. What I'm doing is what I'm doing, against my own advice. And I am picking up a new hobby starting today, actually. It arrives in the mail today. I'm going to teach myself how to do embroidery, because fuck it, why not? I have a lot of clothes that randomly get holes in them and stuff, and I have seen for years people repairing and mending things using embroidery, embroidering little flowers and stuff on like clothes with holes in them. And I have a granny heart, so I've always had a soft spot for like embroidery and crochet and stuff like that. And I'm like, man, I don't have time, I don't have the energy, you know, yada yada yada. And just like yesterday, I was like, you know what? Fuck it. Who cares? If I don't have time, I don't have time. You know, if I don't actually end up sticking with this, what does it matter? At least I tried. So I'm gonna be trying to learn that. I don't know if I'm gonna post about it or share about it much. What was that, Cole? Oh, that's true. Yeah, I also picked up gardening recently. Yeah. I've been growing herbs and tomatoes and potatoes, and we've actually been using a lot of that stuff in cooking and making dinners and stuff. I've been taking some of the herbs that are a little bit overgrown, and mostly Cole's been helping with this, but like helping cutting them and put them in the dehydrator so they dry out. So we have like our own dehydrated herbs that we grew ourselves.
Jesus Christ, the basil.
Oh no, did you forget about the oregano?
You forgot about the oregano.
Speaking of, we have some oregano dehydrating in our oven right now. We'll see if it's turned to a crisp. It can only get so dry, I suppose. Yeah, that's another hobby I've picked up recently as well that Cole's been helping me with. How's the oregano? It's not burnt? That's true. I thought 170 might be too hot for it, so I was worried. Let's see how our oregano has turned out. Oh, look at that. It's so perfectly crispy. Ooh.
Take a bite.
I'll eat some. Hold on.
Eat the whole thing.
Here, give me some
Eat
oregano.
the fucking tray.
It's good.
You're weird.
I just ate a dry leaf.
I can't believe you actually did that. You actually is crazy.
Wow, eating herbs. How wacky. Guys, I'm so quirky. I eat leaves. Consume the oregano. It's yummy though. Big crunch. But yeah, I've got like a big little pumpkin like jar that's just filled with dried basil right now. And then all night last night, I think actually for like 2 days now, we've just left the oregano in the dehydrator. So now we gotta crumple that up and put it into a little jar. But yeah, pick up hobbies whenever. Fuck it. Nobody's too old for that. Enjoy life. Experience new things. You only got one of them. Might as well. Hey, ActionFan19, thank you for the super chat. Yay, finally donating to Hunicast. Well, it's technically not Hunicast, but close enough. Anyway, I know about the hesitation with creating stuff. I finally put to paper my own Helliverse drawings. While not as good as literally anyone else, I am proud of it. Hey, doesn't matter if they're as good as anyone else. They are good for you. Like, they are good for you starting out. Like, anything is better than not putting what you want to make out there. So don't be too hard on yourself, and don't worry about comparing yourself to others. You know, study other people's work and, like, you know, use them as inspiration and, like, tools to learn from. But it is awesome that you've started doing your own drawings now. That's really cool. And I wish you the best of luck with that. But always keep in mind, comparing yourself to others can sometimes just lead to complete burnout. It's never good to worry too much about that sort of thing. That's a little too thick. I'm being very heavy-handed with my lines today. Need to chill out. Not grind pencil into screen. This line's a little bit thin here. Oh, hello, Cricket. Oh, God, okay. Everybody say hi to my cat, Cricket. The one who got hit by a car and we needed to spend 15 grand reconstructing her jaw. She has decided it is Cricket time. And so she is going to climb on my keyboard and fuck everything up. Hello. Hi, honey. Oh, are you going to come into Mama's lap and lay down? Come on. Don't just sit on my leg and stare at me. Come here. No, you are not allowed to lay on top of my tablet. Mother needs to work. Yeah. Everybody in chat is saying hello, Cricket. Do you understand? Do you know words? You don't know words. You don't even know your ABCs, darling. Not a word in that brain, honey. Oh, curling up and getting cozy. I gotta have like a little toggle on here with a drawing of Cricket, and just whenever she's in my lap, I just turn that toggle on, so you just see a drawing of my cat on top of me. Hi, honey. Get cozy so I can get back to work. Don't just sit and stare at me. Well, I guess while you do that, I'll read super chats. Ryan Hartwell, thank you for the super chat. I'm voicing one of the characters for the Roswell project, as well as producing it. Do you have any advice on funding? Also, Grandma Moses was 78 when she started art, and she's one of the greats. That is awesome. And hey, I've heard about that Roswell project. I'm going to be totally honest with you. I have not had the chance to check it out yet. I need to, though. Thank you for reminding me. But on advice for fundraising, I honestly don't know. With Farfetched, we've mainly just been doing a Patreon and merch. We had to pause the merch because we need to switch over to where we're sending it from. But while we were doing that, I had a little bit of a stalker incident that had to get police involved. That's a whole story that I'm not gonna get into now, but it was a little bit scary, and it's still a little bit scary, so I'm trying to figure it out. I have found a P.O. box place that I'm probably gonna set up with to do more merch. But yeah, on that note, please, if you're selling merch, use a P.O. box. Do not use your real address. People are fucking weird and will do really creepy shit. So yeah, but yeah, Patreon and merch has been our main way. Merch really is like the #1 way to get things funded. Talk to your fellow artists and ask them where they source their merch from, because there's a lot of new merch companies that are very overpriced and are kind of taking advantage of new artists who are not used to creating and selling merch. So definitely talk to people, and anybody who is being precious and gatekeeping their sources, do not bother with them. Girl bosses do not gatekeep. Cool people do not gatekeep. Cool people help each other. So yeah, ask around. I do not know too many sources for getting merch manufactured currently. But if you wanted to hit me up in the DMs for any advice, I might be able to help, or at least point you in some directions. Otherwise, though, major crowdfunding sites, BackerKit's been really good for crowdfunding. A lot of people are moving to BackerKit now instead of like Kickstarter. I've seen Lacad Daisy had a lot of success with that. And just from what I've seen with how things are going with Kickstarter, I'm probably not going to use Kickstarter personally whenever we end up doing a crowdfunding campaign. So yeah, highly recommend BackerKit. And what I've heard from a lot of people is don't do too many physical rewards when you do a big campaign like that, because physical rewards don't just cost a lot to make, they cost a lot to ship. And shipping rates nationwide, not just nationwide, internationally, I should say, are being really weird right now and fluctuating a lot because of, you know, global politics and bullshit and all that. So yeah, keep physical rewards to a minimum. Make sure they're small. Make sure it's nothing that's going to be too huge to manufacture. I say this, and when we do a BackerKit, we're probably going to do plushies at some point, which is completely against my own advice. But, you know, do as I say and not as I do. But yeah, I hope that helps at least a little. I only know so much about these things. I am also learning. Hello, Ashley. How important are the drawing and camera views to clean up animation? I made some mistakes on a test, and I am freaking out. Thank you. I never mess with the drawing and the camera views. I am always in the camera view here. I make sure that I have my camera down here, this peg. You can't see me turn it off and on with the clicker, but you can see the layer, this one, turning that one off and on. And once I am done with this frame, I need to make sure to attach this drawing to that camera peg. Otherwise, my drawings will not follow the camera. Like if I turn that on right now. Actually, wait, what? It is! Oh! I guess the way I have it set up, it attached automatically? Question mark? Well, that goes against what I just said. I guess I did something that made it attach automatically, but yeah, usually you need to make sure that the peg and the new drawing you've made are talking to each other. But yeah, for the sake of cleanup, I have the camera peg twined off, just so everything's staying in one spot and it's easier to see how things are moving. But yeah, I wish you best of luck. I'm sorry about that. That sucks. I have a dog named Cricket. Anyway, thank you for being so inspiring. I love binging your work every now and then. It reminds me of the things that I aspire to do. Oh, that's very sweet. Thank you for the super jet, Blue Bearer. I wish you the best of luck, and thank you for hanging out. Jesus, Ashley, your voice is amazing. Thank you. Very sweet. I'm gonna blush. Being so nice to me. I'm so used to everybody just bullying me constantly. Stop grumbling over there, Cole. You got... Shut up! Don't be nice to me, too. That's gay. I don't know if you guys can hear all of it, but my friend Cole is just sitting on the other side of the room grumbling at me while I stream. Let's see if that's enough. Just these points. Yeah, that looks good. Also, if you're a cleanup animator, like I said before, always use the pencil tool. It is your best friend, and also, this is your other best friend. If you're working on something that has line weight, because not everything has line weight, and line weight is where, as you can see, the line is thicker here, and then it gets thinner in other places. Only crazy projects have line weight like that. Cough, cough. Every project I'm part of. And every project I lead. One of your best friends is going to be the pencil editor here. What it lets you do is adjust these little points so you make sure that your line weight's all nice. And when I want the line weight to be kind of smooth in a whole area, I'll tend to delete a lot of these points, which is what you saw me just do. Alright, enough dilly-dallying. Back to animation. My bosses were like, yeah, Ashley, you can stream work on Lacad Daisy, that's fine. I don't think they took into account how distracted I'm gonna be now while I work, though. This is gonna hold up the entire production. Fable, Tracy, if you guys are listening to this, I'm sorry. I'll get better at this with time, I swear. Appreciate you guys. Thank you for letting me stream this. Ooh. Ooh. Yeah, another thing that I should check, actually, since I've been doing all this line work, is when I turn the camera on. The camera is on. Oop. When I turn the camera on, does the line weight still look good? Let's set you to fit. There we go. That is not fit to view. You lied to me. Okay, we'll just set it to 100%. Does it still look too thick? Nah. Looks good, I think. Thankfully, we can adjust the overall line weight afterwards if we need to. Right now, we just want to make sure the variation in line weight's good. I think this line's a little tad thick. Oh, no, it's not. It's fine. Okay. I think under his chin needs a bit more line weight, though. Welcome to the job of cleanup animation. It's a lot of just fiddling with shit. Making sure everything looks perfect. Yeah, that looks stronger. Okay. a good waste of time. Thank you for the super chat. I think you missed my last super chat. No worries, though. Oh, no. I'm sorry. I know I'm missing a few. This is the struggle of doing this on my own. I need to figure out a way to maybe, like, have the super chats pop up or something on my screen so I see them all. Thank you for sparking my interest in art and animation again. Aw, I am very glad. I always am glad to hear that. Always makes me happy. Gecko, hi! Thank you for the super chat. Why is your character more human than Bunny? Is still adorable, but I prefer the full bun. So here's another theory behind the separation of streams. I mentioned earlier how I want to try doing these personal streams that are kind of separate from the Hunycasts. My thought with that kind of was, okay, well, if I'm making sure these are separate things to avoid confusion, what if I use the more humanoid version of my persona instead? Which is probably me just overthinking things drastically, but that is why the human bunny. And that is why the difference. Michael says, set a text-to-speech voice to read them. I should. Last time I did that, though, I used to do that on my Twitch streams, and it would interrupt a lot, and it was hard when I had other people in the chat, or, like, chatting with me. So, maybe? I gotta see if there's, like, a better way to do that. I know there's new, like, other streamers doing these new, like, text-to-speech bots, where, like, the little bot will be, like, a little guy on your screen whose mouth will move when they read, like, a super chat or a donation or whatever. I kind of want to get that set up. That would be really cute. But we shall see. Yeah, I don't know, chat. Let me know. Do you prefer the more human persona, or do you prefer the full bunny persona? Let me know. I'm staring at chat expectantly. Have a tiny honey bun read the super chats? That's true! That would be the best of both worlds. Satisfy everyone. Yeah, a little plushie. Both? I'm seeing a lot of both. Full bunny, both. Human, bun, either's good, both. God, the chat came alive. ¿Por qué no los dos? I could swap between them. One thing that I need to learn how to do is see how I could set up, like, donation commands. I know that's a thing on Twitch where, like, people can donate and do a command and it controls certain stuff on the stream. Like I said, I know that's a thing on Twitch. I don't know how you would do it on YouTube. I'd need to talk to some friends. Maybe Duper would know. But having a donation that people could do that, like, swaps the personas could be really funny. Just swap which VTuber you're seeing. Also, adding a little honey bun plushie isn't a bad idea. I might do that too. I wanted to make a plushie of your bunny character, but I'm not patient enough. Aw. Well, I appreciate the thought. Thank you. It's very sweet. Cheesecake or pumpkin pie? I do not like pumpkin pie. But you know what I do like is pumpkin cheesecake. So cheesecake wins. Have the bun rest on the human bun head. That is also an excellent idea. I might add that. Nebulicity says, second time I'm actually donating to this amazing stream. Might I suggest a video game for a stream called NSR, a music-based game of rock versus EDM. Oh, is that No Straight Roads? I know about that game. It's really cool. It looked really, really fun. I will definitely be playing games on this channel at some point. So maybe that will be on the list. We shall see. It looks like a cool game. I like the art style. And I like the gameplay. I've seen a good bit of it, but I've never played it myself. I have been streaming for how long, and I have only done this fucker's head Oh my god, this is killing my productivity. I've been streaming an hour. I've only done his head. Oh. Yeah, figuring out the balance for this is definitely gonna be an adjustment. Fable Tracy, I'm a good employee. I promise. I know how to draw a cat. I know how to do cleanup, I swear. I just have ADHD. The most killer ADHD. Let's focus on drawing you, big Slavic cat man. I think he's Slavic. I was gonna say Russian, but actually, are those the same thing? They're probably not. I don't know a lot about the world, as you can probably tell. I'm just gonna say big cat man to save face. Let me draw your big cat man sleeve. Yeah, once I get this frame done, that's when I've got to send it off to my directors to be like, hey, this good? Doesn't look like shit, right? It's cool, okay, and then I get the go-ahead, or I get notes, and then I keep going. Once I finish this first frame, which, God, I've only done that much in an hour. Cleanup animation's not usually this slow. I'm just bad at doing two things at once, I guess. But once I get the rest of this done, I'll send that off, and I will try to keep streaming until I finish this frame. Or we may end before then. We'll see what happens. Stop giving me lovely super chats and distracting me. How dare all of you. Speaking of, Rosie Bun, thank you for the super chat. Draw the cat. Cat drawer, lol. JK, love you. Draw the cat drawer. Draw the cat. Cole just mumbled in the corner. I'm gonna be real. If I got a comment like that, I'd just stop streaming. The other day, he was being a jerk to me, and I called him Weather Boy, and he nearly killed me.
I was holding a machete when you said
We just have a random machete in our living room right now, and Cole keeps just holding it as, like, his comfort machete. And I was just like, yeah, whatever, Weather Boy, and he just lifts the machete and stares at me. The axe has to stay outside, Cole. I'm sorry. I know you like your axe, but it's an outside axe. It doesn't have the vaccinations to stay inside. Oh yeah, I'm gonna tell a story. Speaking of the axe and Cole being a cryptid. First, before I tell that story, though, Death Kitten, thank you for the super chat. I'm at work, so can't stay, but glad to see you on again. Love you. Oh, well, thank you. Best of luck at work. Have a good day. But okay, story time. Also, my tummy's getting grumbly. I might need to take a snack break in a second. It is lunchtime. But we were able to fix our little outdoor cooking area recently. Thank you to Cole. He's been helping around the house a lot while he's been staying with us. And so we had to, like, empty it out and, like, pull out all the spider webs and the dead leaves and all the rust. The house that we live in is, like, nearly 100 years old, so it needs a lot of TLC, and a lot of stuff is rusty and decaying. So lots of things to fix, and the outdoor fire pit is one of them. So we went and got that fixed, but then we were like, yeah, let's set the fire, and then we realized, oh, we don't have any firewood or actual coal. We have plenty of the human being coal, but not any of the, you know, black lumpy coal that Santa would give you. So we were like, what do we do? And so we found some, like, rotted old pieces of wood laying around, as, you know, an old house would have. And then once we burned that, we were like, well, what now? And I remembered in our yard there is a very dead tree, because me, like an idiot, was like, oh, you're in a really tiny pot. Tree needs bigger than little tiny pot. Let me replant you. And I did that in the fall. So this poor little thing got root shock and dropped all of its leaves. And it was just starting to grow new ones and recover. And then winter hit. And winter killed the shit out of this poor tree, which makes me so sad because it was a really cute little tree. But yeah, that was my bad. I killed the shit out of that tree. It does look like a little Nightmare Before Christmas tree. It was like it's like curly and twisty and like tangly. I need to figure out what kind of tree that is and plant a new one in the old one's memory. I'm not kidding. I literally have been beating myself up for the last like almost year about killing that tree. I feel so bad. But yeah, we were like, oh, well, we could put that dead tree to good use finally, you know, so it just doesn't go to waste or doesn't just sit there. So I was like, hey, Cole, take the new axe that we just bought and cut some branches off of the dead tree. And I hear some thwacking. And I you know, kind of lose focus. I'm on my phone, you know, outside at the fire pit. And then just from the other side of the yard, I hear, hey, Ashley, you wanted to get rid of this tree, right? And I'm like, yeah. You got some branches from it, right? Like I asked him, he's like, oh, I got a little more than that. And I see him come around the corner, and he has the entire fucking tree in his hand. He just uprooted the entire fucking thing, just yoinked it out of the ground. And we're not talking about a bush, we're talking about a fucking tree. Like, it wasn't a whole giant, like, 20-foot tall ash tree, but it was at least, like, 6 feet tall. Like, it fucking had a big-ass trunk and everything, like, and he just drags it across the yard, leaving just a blood trail of dirt behind, and is like, here, for fire. And I'm like, what do you want me to do with a whole tree? It won't fit. It's like, oh, you just rip branches off. And I'm like, yeah, but where do we put this? Where do we just keep a whole tree? So now it's just laying on its side in the backyard, all ripped up. And now there's just a big fucking hole in the ground where there used to be a tree. And so we've got to go and like properly chop it up and stuff and cut it into some proper firewood. But for now, we just have big dead tree laying in the ground that Cole ripped up with his bare arm. So yeah, when people were saying earlier, like, oh, he's a druid, it's like, yeah, he is. He's a destruction druid, forest golem creature. But yeah, he's been also planting a bunch of stuff around the yard too. What? Oh, are the sunflowers coming in? Yeah, we planted sunflowers, green beans, a bunch of wildflowers, more potatoes, a bunch of parsley. We repotted the basil and oregano and rosemary. We've got tomatoes. Oh, and we've got lemon thyme and normal thyme as well. I need to harvest the thyme as well, because that's gotten a bit overgrown. And then we got a few flowers here and there, and then the rest of the yard is just filled with tons of trees and plants, because it's Washington. It rains nonstop here. It is constant rain, so plants, you can just kind of throw them into the ground and they tend to thrive. But real quick, I'm going to take a short break and grab some food, because I feel my tummy a-rumbling. And so I will be right back. Actually, no, real quick first. Furry Killer, thank you for the super chat, says, yo, that's good. I missed a few super chats. B-Bomb Cherries, thank you for the super chat. I'm at work, so probably won't stay for long. I love what you do. Take care of yourself. Happy to be here. Screw Walmart. They said screw Walmart, but I think they meant Walmart. Oh no, what did Walmart do? Last Chance, thank you for the super chat. Any Transformers references in Farfetch'd? There might be. And then Spaced Out Flowers, fuck you. Fuck you too. Thank you for the super chat. And Mama Luigi, fuck you, I do what I want with my money. Thank you as well, Luigi. Shout out to my mods. Doing an awesome job. But okay. For real this time. I will BRB real quick. Bye bye. Oh yeah, return. Sorry. I had to have a little bit of bunny food. A little bit of lettuce as a snack. And also get up and walk around for a minute. Hello, everybody. Sorry to everybody who joined in while I was AFK. I apologize. But I'm back. I'm not dead. I swear.
She's lying. She was playing Fortnite.
I was eating and watching Cole play Bloodborne. Actually, they're really into watching Bloodborne. But I had to steal myself away to come back here and do my job, I suppose. Oh, what a terrible fate. Oh. Good evening from Ireland. Well, hello. Good afternoon from America. Actually, I don't know what time it is. It is 3:19. Hello from America. Good afternoon. Yee, she is back. I am back. Also, is that Michael? No. Michael's out on a walk currently, I think. Michael's not even home. But my buddy Cole, who if you go check out OctoShroom on Twitch, is hanging out with me right now in my living room, being a shitster and talking while I'm streaming.
It's this one's fault. He was NPC waving at me like 30 snakes. That's not my fault.
Adam Cole, say hi.
No. No.
Roommate Adam and friend Cole also here hanging out. Not in call, but in the same general area. So you might hear them from time to time. When you live with four boys? God, there's 5 people living all in the same space. And Jack, and Misty, and Rose, and Cricket, and Chappie, and a million other critters. There's going to be people about talking and making noise. Yeah, alright. Let's see if we can crank through more of this cleanup faster. Oh. It's ironic that Jax and Zooble don't like each other, but you and Michael are a thing. It is very funny. We always giggle when Jax and Zooble are at each other's throats. It's very fun playing characters who just hate each other. Level A Proj? I totally butchered that, I'm sorry. Thank you for the super chat. Hi, I'm new here. Love your artwork. Been hoping to become a series creator myself. Also looking forward to my first time in the Hunicast live chat. Well, this isn't technically a Hunicast, but like I said earlier, close enough. But welcome. Awesome that you want to be a show creator. I wish you best of luck with that. I am not following this line at all. There we go. Totally messed it up at the end, but that's okay. Oh, why are you like that? No. Get untwisted. Be normal. Don't be weird. Fall in line. Missed you, Ashley. Aw. Well, hopefully, aside from taking random breaks in the middle of streams, I should be back more often. We shall see what will happen with schedule and mental health and all that, but I feel like I'm at a better place now. Little less trauma. Be able to stream more often. Any meows, thank you for the super chat. Just wanted to say hi. And you've done so much great animation and voice acting. Keep up the good work. Also, hi to Michael when he returns. Well, thank you. And yes, we can all shout at Michael whenever he gets home. Cole, don't hit him. We need him to pay for the bills. Those vocal cords. Hey Ashley, I'm the person who made the far-fetched livestream compilations on Twitter. Sorry I keep saying this, I don't want acknowledgement from the rabbit mother. Oh, I'm sorry I missed your messages. Hey, those compilations are really good. I hope you saw my quote retweeted just going, oh god, we used to be funny. What happened? Everybody was very sweet going, you're still funny. Me and Dave are just like, we need to stop being dead inside and have fun. But yeah, thank you for making those. They're very, very funny. Feel free to make compilations out of these streams as well if you so desire. Don't want that to come off as, yes, do that for this stream too, I demand it. But, you know, if you wanna, just putting that out there. If anybody hasn't checked those out, they definitely should. That way you don't have to wade through hours of us being dinguses. You can just see the best of the best. I will say, for some reason, I know I was complaining earlier about, like, oh, took me an hour to do the head and I have so much more to do. It always feels like the head and, like, the face of characters is, like, really the big slog to get through cleanup-wise. And then the body is just so much less time. I think the body is probably about the same amount of lines, or at least similar. Faces and heads on characters usually have a ton of lines and details, because that's where you want your attention to be. But yeah, bodies tend to be a little bit less complex. So they take a little bit less time, and also they don't need to be quite as precise. Because when a face is off model, you really notice it. But when a body's off model, it's much less noticeable. Unless it's Steven Universe, where the characters wildly change proportions between shots. And I'm not saying that as a criticism, because I love Steven Universe, and I think that's great. I enjoy seeing that shit. Oh no, what'd you do? No! Oh no. For those who play Soulsborne games, Cole has been farming souls for 45 minutes and just lost all of them. Everybody put RIP in the chat. That fucking sucks. I've only played Dark Souls 3 and a little bit of Bloodborne and a lot of Elden Ring. So I'm only just baby getting into it. But that's pure pain. That's misery right there. Toasty Chrome, thank you so much for the super chat. Glad I could finally catch one of your streams live. I wanted to ask if you're gonna make it to FWA this year. Was sad you couldn't make it last time. Yeah, I'm sorry about that. I got sick. I hope I could make it again. We shall see, though. I would love to go. From what Michael told me, it was a very fun con and everybody was very sweet. So I will do my best to go again sometime. Maybe not even as a guest, just as an attendee. All will depend on what my schedule's like, though. And whether my body decides to betray me and get sick or not. Did I draw his little whiskies? I didn't yet. Oh yeah, he doesn't have whiskers at all, actually. Where are your whiskers, boy? Where'd they go? Oh, that's a thing that was missed. Victor, you're missing your whiskers. I'll have to add those in later. I'm not doing that now. Absolutely not dealing with that now. We'll have to deal with that at a later date. I'm gonna meet you and Michael at Queen City Anime Con later this month. Heck yeah, looking forward to meeting you. I need to keep like an event calendar or something of all the cons that I'm going to. I know people ask me what events I'm going to all the time, and I'm going to be real. I usually don't know until like the week before, because I just lose track, and then Michael goes like, hey, Ashley, we have to pack tomorrow for this thing, and I'm like, we what? Huh? Where am I going? To Kansas? Okay. Yes, so I'm not a very well-organized human being. I play it fast and loose. Except when I'm doing cleanup, then I play it slow and... Saying tight sounds wrong. Slow and precise. That's what we'll say. Slow and overly precise. Even though my arm is very wobbly and likes to betray me. I don't know what the thickness on this line should be. So, diatribe on line weight. The way line weight usually works is it's kind of a way to show the weight and where lighting is coming from on an object, and also outline, you know, the various shapes and whatnot. So, like, if you'll notice, if I go down here, the undersides of things have much heavier line weight, while the top side of things, like up here, have a much thinner line weight versus the thicker one down here. You can notice that. And this is a fold, which usually folds, like you can see here, are kind of thin line weight. But I have a feeling this piece of fabric here is kind of overhanging, which would create a bit of a shadow. So I want to kind of go a little bit thicker here. We'll see how it looks, I suppose. Oh, we got a super chat. Trans Queen, thank you so much for the super chat. Hey, Ashley, you've helped me through some tough times and even inspired me to major in art college. Hey, congrats. That is so cool. I now have a BFA. Awesome, awesome. I am currently a freelance artist at a local film company in New York. Thank you so much for being my inspiration. That is so fucking cool. Congratulations. I'm really glad. I hope that goes really well for you, and I hope you're having a fun time. That is dope. Getting into the arts and finding a job in the arts is no easy task. So you should be very proud of yourself. If you've noticed, I've given up on trying to make this line look smooth. I'm going, fuck it, we'll fix it in post mode. Yeah, I think that line weight looks good. We'll see how the rest of it looks together and adjust it later. We can always go back and change it. But it's a pain to go back and change it once you've started making it move. So we definitely want to make sure that's locked down before then. Hey Ashley, how are you doing? I'm doing good. Much less nervous than when I started. This is always how it goes. I have a panic attack when I start, and then afterwards, after I've been doing it for a bit, I chill right out. But yeah, I'm doing well. Working on lots of stuff. Working on my own project, Farfetched. Doing lead work on Lacad Daisy. Doing a few other little fun side things here and there. Cannot complain. But aren't you the post, Ashley? Listen! Yes! There is no but. I have nothing to add. Shut up! Bro, I want to donate, but I'm not allowed. Hey, that's fine. You don't gotta. It's appreciated, but hey, just being here and hanging out's awesome too. It gives me that sweet, sweet ad revenue regardless, so don't feel bad, but no. Just hanging out, joining chat is also very much appreciated. I'm staring at these big long lines I'm gonna have to do now and dreading it. Because there's no way I'm gonna be able to follow that. So these lines, because they're just a little detail like this of this belt, these lines are probably going to be pretty thin. And this is also another reason why I love having, as I talked about earlier, this little this little hammer tool on, auto-joining my lines for long stuff like this, so I don't have to do it all in one stroke, because my hands are far too wobbly for that. Even so, we still got to go back and adjust, but c'est la vie. 'Tis how life. Quick question, if someone were want to pitch you a voice role, how would one go about it? So we aren't really accepting any voice reels right now on Farfetch'd, if that's what you're talking about. If you want help being a voice in any other project, I cannot help you. I am not in charge of casting. But eventually, when we are ready to accept more voice actors, we will have auditions out, and there will be an email to send in your voice reel to. So, in the meantime, before then, be sure to get a voice reel ready so that we can check it out at a later point. And if you do not have a voice reel, go ahead and look up the voice reels of other voice actors to get an idea of what that is and what you could do for yours. There's also services that you can pay for to make a voice reel, but be careful, a lot of them are fucking scams. So keep an eye out for that. But yeah, eventually we want to do open auditions. Horribly ill-advised, because the last time we did that, when we barely even had an audience, we got over 400 submissions, and that took a long time to get through. But also, Dave and I, co-creator of Farfetch'd, believe in finding hidden talent that may not be super well known yet. And so having things open for anyone allows anyone to possibly shine through and work on their first thing. I was gonna say first big thing, but that sounded too egotistical. Their first thing. Their first stuff. I can't even draw that simple of a straight line. I'm too gay. Why am I a cleanup artist? I'm too gay for straight fucking lines. All of my lines are queer and then I have to correct them. Is this some form of self-punishment? Who knows? Okay. Well, that arm's done. Oh, Victor, why is there so much of... Why can't you be small and noodly like Rocky? Why do you have to be big and bulky and take 1,000,000,000 years? Oh my god, I just stumbled upon this channel while I was procrastinating sleep, and I just gotta say, I love your art style. Well, technically, this ain't my art style. This is Lacad Daisy's art style. Little bunny in the corner, that is my art style, though. So, if you're complimenting that, thank you. If you're complimenting Lacad Daisy, well, thank you on behalf of Lacad Daisy, I suppose. Everybody on that team is fantastic, and the aesthetic that they've developed for this project is phenomenal. Love everybody's work on that, and Tracy especially, the creator of Lacad Daisy, has been an influence of mine since I was very small. Her tutorials on how to do like clothing folds and expressions and her comics and everything, I remember studying them religiously when I was a wee schmall. And so it is very cool now to go back and work on a project from somebody who was a big inspiration of mine growing up. Fable, the director on Lacad Daisy, was also a big inspiration of mine. They were the background artist on a comic called Black Blood Alliance, if anyone knows what that is, back in the good old DeviantArt days, showing my age. I was a huge fan of that comic, and Fable did backgrounds on it, and I remember finding their work through that and studying their work religiously. as well, in addition to Tracy's. You can thank Fable for being the one to teach me how to draw wolves from just copying and studying their wolf drawings. So, in a weird tangential way, you can thank the director of Lacad Daisy for Ed Wolf existing now. But yeah, working with two creators that I've followed for so long, and who are so supportive and kind and sweet and talented, has been a really cool experience. I'm always grateful for, and always kind of have to pinch myself and remind myself, like, yeah, that's real, that's happening. 12-year-old Ashley would be freaking the fuck out. Sir, you are missing your buckle on the other side. There should be a buckle right here. You're not allowed to slip that past me. Every now and again I can draw a straight line perfect out the gate like that. Still needs adjusting, but... Ugh. Oh! I missed a super chat. Come here. Let me scroll up. There you are. Zealous Wilder, thank you for the super chat. If two ladies get together and adopt a kid, which one gets to make dad jokes without punishment? Oh, they both get to make dad jokes, and nobody gets punished. You can't arrest all of us. Power in numbers. I say. But like I also said, Ed isn't here, so no dad jokes allowed. And Ed is banned from ever being here. So we will never have any dad jokes ever. Things will be peaceful. There won't be any egos to smell, or dad jokes to suffer through. Watch, he's listening to this right now. I just see a little DM pop up. It's like, the fuck you talking shit? Is Michael still tormenting y'all with a Huggy costume he bought? No, he has not put it back on. However, the thing that is tormenting us is the fact that that costume sheds like a motherfucker. There is just blue bits all over our fucking house now. It's just like Huggy Wuggy, like, came blue fur everywhere. It is in every crevice. We find it on each other randomly. He was only wearing that costume for like 5 minutes. And it just puked blue everywhere. So yeah, we're gonna be dealing with that forever. I might ban him from wearing that costume ever again. I don't want my house to be taken over by blue fuzz. I'm sure the other roommates don't want that either. That look good thickness-wise, yeah, okay. And this line, I'm gonna be thin again. I'm just gonna go through it. Fuck it, just get it over. And adjust it later. Or is he taking the costume on and off outside? He just keeps, like, shaking it around the house, and then just going, I don't know where all this blue fuzz is coming from. Frown. I just put it on one time. I don't know what's happening. And just secretly evil laughs. Rosie Bun, thank you for the super chat. Did you hear about the Mars rover that self-destructed? It was a real case of morbid curiosity. I'm contemplating just ending the stream. We've been going for 2 hours. Do I really want to deal with this? Should I have to put up with this? You know what? Just for the people who aren't making dad jokes, I'll keep going. I'll keep going for them. because I care and I'm a good person. But you're on thin ice, Rosie Bun. You're on thin fucking ice. Doing fucking dad jokes in my goddamn stream while I'm trying to get work done. Oh, the nerve. Anyway, thank you for the super chat. Oh god, we're so close. It's only a few more lines. Yeah, I'll get this frame done. Send it off to my directors, my bosses, for approval. And then we'll probably wrap stream. But I should be streaming more frequently. Especially now that I can stream during the workday. We'll see if my bosses allow that anymore after seeing how slowly I worked on this. Getting distracted constantly. Now, I think having someone in here helping me read out super chats and reading the chat and whatnot will help. I was being stubborn and I wanted to try to do one on my own. And I hope I've been doing okay. I hope the stream hasn't been too horrifically boring for anyone. But on occasion, it probably will just be me. Especially if I'm playing games, that will probably be a little bit easier to keep up with chat with. Speaking of super chats, Garlic Guy, thank you for the super chat. Hey Ashley, love your streams, and you and Michael are my inspiration to become a voice actor. Hey, that's awesome. I wish you best of luck, or if you're already doing voice acting, congratulations. That is super cool. Voice acting is very fun, and I wish you the best of luck with everything involving that. Maybe one day you too can be on a live stream tormenting a purple rabbit. With all your voice acting skills. I just look at chat and I see fucking dad jokes immediately. Oh, why must you all torment me? What did I do to deserve this? I'm just trying to be a good bunny and get work done. On the funny cat show. Really not that funny, actually. It's kind of tragic in a lot of ways. Those cats have a bad time. Especially with Rocky, but that's of his own making, so we don't count that. NG Athilda, thank you for the super chat. Hey, so happy to see you, Ashley. A random question. If you have the chance, will you try to eat some Baikal Express? It's spicy but delicious. I have no idea what that is, but I like spicy food, so maybe. Rosie Bun again. Sorry about the dad joke, lol, but I do love your work and hope I can actually get some fan art and stuff done sometime soon. Well, thank you for the super chat and thank you for that. That's very sweet. You are forgiven just this once, I suppose. You're still on thin ice, though. Ashley needs a stream where she torments Michael for revenge. That's not possible. Michael is so chill, you cannot torment him. You can try, and he's just like, that's okay. That's cool. Smile. Like, when you're that nice, when you're that big of a sweetheart, you just eventually become indestructible. Like, I'm sure you guys have seen Ed try and bully and be mean to Michael. It just doesn't work. Michael just smiles. And it's like, God damn it, you're no fun. And then he goes back to tormenting me. Yeah, wait a minute. That's fucked up that Michael doesn't let himself get tormented so easily. That's mean to his girlfriend. He should be able to be, he should allow himself to be tormented too, so I don't have to take so much of it. That jerk. That jerk being all nice and stuff, so nobody wants to be mean to him. How dare he? I'm gonna yell and complain at him when I see him again. Whenever the fuck he gets home. Michael does not have a license, and he does know how to drive, I think, according to him. He says he knows how to drive. So, you know, that could mean anything. But so when Michael goes out, he's usually walking everywhere. So when he goes out, he is just gone for a long-ass time. So who knows when he shall return? Or if he's just gotten kidnapped. I'm refusing to read these dad jokes in chat. I gotta go. You cooties have fun. Take care, Ashley. Hey, Shara. Thank you for stopping by. Have a good rest of your day. Also, hey, real quick, because I keep seeing it pop up in the corner of my eye. I have ads set to moderate for this stream. Are ads popping up too frequently for you guys? Or is it fine? Let me know. I really like you. Oh, well, thank you, Mawile. Very sweet of you. No, not for me. It's fine. Not that often. Only had it happen once. Okay, cool. Cool. Because I see it pop up more often, but I think what it's doing is it's only serving ads to like a few viewers every now and again. So I think the overall experience isn't too many per person. I'm good. I've had 2 so far. Okay. Cool, cool, cool. Will there be a VOD for people who can't tune in? Yes. I will leave this VOD up. I shall leave the VOD for people to listen to later. This probably won't have the same rewatchability and podcast viewing experience as a Hunicast would, but I'm sure there will be people who will want to watch this after the fact. The Fez Wearer, thank you for the super chat. As a certified dad, here's a joke. Where do bunnies go for a trim? The hairdresser. Oh no, we're getting dad jokes from actual dads now. Like, it's one thing from Ed, he's not a dad. He wishes he was daddy, but he's not either.
Honey, I'm home!
Holy shit, it's Michael.
Ready to yell at me?
I am ready. Oh shit, you were listening?
Sure was.
I didn't say anything nice about you at all, I swear.
You sure did.
No.
Not a single nice thing was said.
No.
No. Well,
Get bullied, bitch. I don't want to be bullied as much anymore.
Diet Pepsi.
Ooh, Diet Pepsi, thank you. How was your walk?
It was good. How's your stream going?
It's going good. The chat's being little bastards and doing constant dad jokes, but
Oh, good.
otherwise they're behaving, I suppose.
Good. I'm glad they are being behaved.
All of chat says hi, Michael.
Hello.
Everybody's just like, Michael is here.
Let's see how crushed your hot dog buns are. Only the top ones are a little bit crushed.
That's fine. They don't need to be pretty, they just need to be eaten.
Yeah.
We're gonna make bratwurst and pulled chicken sandwiches for dinner tonight. It's gonna be yummy. Luigi says, get out of here. Well, I guess he's gone. He didn't hear that. You got your wish, Luigi. Are you happy? Are you proud of what you have wrought? Cricket wants to check out your backpack.
Cat toys there.
Oh, she probably smells that. What new cat toys did you get?
There was a little bundle at Petco where they just had just get 3 for $6, so I just grabbed 3 little cat toys.
Oh wait, you went to Petco? Did you grab rat food?
No.
Fuck! I forgot to tell you. I'm sorry.
We need to get bunny stuff anyway, so we need to go anyway. I couldn't have carried bunny stuff with me.
Yeah, we can go tomorrow. It's fine. Another trip. More toys for Cricket. Are you excited, Cricket?
Sure is.
So happy. Michael's been buying a bunch of new toys for the kitties lately. They've been very happy, playing a bunch. Everybody's yelling Cricket. Everybody say hi to Cricket. She's shitting? Sitting. She is sitting, not shitting, on the chair next to me. If she was shitting, I would be yelling.
Every little butterfly.
Oh, give Cricket a butterfly. She's looking at it like, what the fuck is that? Why are you putting this in my face? Ugh.
Likes it though.
Alright, gang. We've got this man's lovely tree trunks of legs left to do, a hand and a rag. Do you think we can finish that before we hit 2.5 hours? I think we might be able to. Also, when people ask, how long does cleanup take? I know it's taken longer because I've been getting distracted, but that's 2.5 hours on one fucking frame. God. Animation is not a race, it is a marathon. Line weight on that's not the best. Let's redo this line.
Also, I'm just sitting next to Ashley now.
For a while, Cole was sitting on the couch across from my chair.
I heard.
Just tuning in every now and again to yell at me.
His little Pikmin.
He was playing with his Pikmin at first, and then he was playing Bloodborne.
Ooh.
Oh, we got a couple super chats. Last time I heard about Cricket, they had run away and come home hurt. How is the little bean doing now? Love the fur babies and hope you're well. Cricket is doing much better. So for those who do not know, Cricket ran away and got herself hit by a fucking car. Like an idiot. What a dumbass. Yeah, she had basically her entire bottom jaw just shredded. Like, it was actually missing a bunch of the, like, skin and flesh from it. The first vet we went to wasn't even sure that it could be repaired. Like, they were pretty sure they might need to amputate her lower jaw, which, you know, would make life a little hard. So I talked to Berkeley, I talked to a bunch of other places, like, just all of the top, you know, vets in the area that specialized in, like, reconstructive surgery for cats. And I eventually found one, bless them, who were fairly confident they could completely repair her face. And they had to, like, take her skin and, like, stretch it over her teeth so it could stretch out and, like, cover the area where all the, like, missing flesh and skin was. And, like, she had been missing for almost a full week at that point. So, and we're pretty sure she had been hit by the car on, like, the first day that she was gone. That's why she disappeared. And so that she had been getting, like, necrotic and, like, the skin was starting to rot, which I'm sure hearing this is gross, but, you know, it's the reality of things. And if we had not found her literally, like, that day, it probably would have been too late. Like, they probably wouldn't have been able to, you know, repair everything. So we got extremely lucky. And literally the only reason we found her is Cricket has a very funny quirk where she hates when Michael whistles or sings. She gets really annoyed by it, and she'll, like, bap at him and, like, fucking swipe him, or she'll, like, just jump on his lap and just stare at him like, don't you dare, motherfucker. Knock that off. So Michael went outside to let our dog Jack out to go to the bathroom and started whistling, and Cricket, upon hearing Michael whistle, started meowing. And it turned out the entire time, I guess she had just been hunkered down in the neighbor's yard, and no matter how much we called for her, she just wouldn't respond because she was too scared or in too much pain. So we we asked our neighbor very nicely, like, can we go into your yard and grab our cat? She's been missing for a week, and I think she's in your backyard. And that neighbor had, like, 2 dogs and everything too, so I don't know how Cricket, like, survived. I don't know how she managed, but we managed to grab her and run her to the vet. And I think in total, all the repairs and everything to her jaw, and she had to have a bunch of teeth removed and everything, it came to like $15,000. It was not cheap. And she's fine now. Perfectly fine. Literally, you cannot tell anything happened to her other than the fact that she's missing, like, over half her teeth. All of the poor thing's teeth got completely shattered. But yeah, she's completely okay otherwise now. The teeth thing doesn't seem to bug her at all. She still eats tons of treats. She's very fat and very happy.
She doesn't go outside anymore either.
She does not go outside.
She doesn't even want to go outside
No,
anymore.
she has zero inclination to go outside.
She's basically retired. She's realized that she'd rather be safe and indoors.
That experience made her go, okay, outside sucks. Never doing that again. But yeah, lesson to you all, don't make my mistake. Keep your cats indoors. Not just for their sake, but the sake of the environment too. Cats are one of the number one contributors to local wildlife being killed and struggling to repopulate.
Also, I didn't realize those toys were catnip toys.
Oh, the cats are gonna go buku bananas.
She's going ham.
Is she? Oh, she's on the floor rolling around.
Rolling around on
She's
it.
drugged up. You gave our cat drugs.
Yep.
She's an addict now.
So happy though.
But yeah, she's doing great. Long diatribe aside, she's doing good. And then we've got another super chat from Axel Urkla Rowe. Oh god, I botched that. I'm sorry. Ashley, I'm an official mom, so here's a mom/dad joke. What is a cat's favorite thing to drink on a summer day? White Claw. God damn. You know what? I said no dad jokes, but that is a mom joke, so I will let it slide. Thank you. Super chat from KO. Hi, Ashley. I hope your day is good. That's all. Aw, well, thank you. I hope your day is good as well. I can't see the cats playing, but I hear just rustling in front of me. The cats just messing with their new toys. Being babies. Ashley, I made you a cute drawing on Twitter. I will have to check that out at the end. Thank you, thank you. I'm sure it is lovely. All I'm gonna hear is crinkling and rustling now. I don't know if my mic is picking it up at all.
I don't.
No, it's not. I was staring at the waveform for a second. Dave's in chat. How do I unsubscribe from this channel?
Hey, Ashley.
If you unsubscribe, I'll unsubscribe you from the household.
I'm gonna go to my room. You want to jump in a Discord call?
You know what? Fuck it, sure. Michael, join the call. Waiting for Michael to call me. Also, my director's been DMing me. I missed it. Oops. Yeah, they wanted to add, so I was talking about the rules on line weight earlier. So like the light and shadow thing is definitely one of them, and elements on the inside are thinner. They wanted to add our usual rule of thumb with ink. If it's a separate piece, then it has a thicker line weight. If it's inside of a shape and not its own distinct thing, then it's thinner, to distinguish seams from the ends of cuffs, for example, or markings from hair, because you were answering what the inking line weight rules were. Yeah, that's another thing specifically with Lacad Daisy. Different elements, when they need to be separated from each other, have a thicker line weight. So as you can see here, like, this has a thicker line weight because it's a separate element from, say, here, an element on the inside, so the line is thinner. Alright, where's Michael? Call me, Michael. Call me, babe. Miss you. Where is he? What is he doing? Michael, hurry up! Every time I look at chat, there's a new dad joke. God damn. Oh, Jason, the voice of Victor, has been watching the stream, apparently. He sent that message 2 hours ago, though, and I missed it. Oh, if you're still here, Jason, love you. You do a great job voicing Victor. Dauber asks, Ashley, how do I hard-boil an egg? I just can't get it right. You'll get there one day, buddy. Don't you worry. Michael, where the fuck are you? Everybody in chat yell Michael. 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 Ashley, what program are you using? I am using Toon Boom Harmony. That is the current industry standard for animation. For a long time, it was Flash. Michael's asking what voice chat do we want to go in. You could honestly just call me Michael if you're listening to this. I'll type it out. Ah. My keyboard is over here, though. Yeah. Just call me on Discord. Everybody in chat shout to Michael. Summon him. No, now that I'm looking at it, the line weight on this rag here is definitely way too thin. I'm gonna redraw that. There's Michael. It won't, and also I don't have PNG tubers set up on this scene yet. That's why you're asking about server. Oh wait, they can't hear you yet. My desktop audio is turned off. Okay, try now.
Hello, am I audible now?
You are.
Wow, make sure you weren't playing music ahead of time.
I wasn't, don't worry.
Okay, good.
I just realized though I could have been listening to music.
You could have, because it was all muted, but
Nah, I've been raw dogging it, man. Dead silence.
That's like me in an airplane.
Oh, but hello, honey.
Hello, how are you, my love?
I am doing well. I am almost done with this singular frame.
Wow. Singular frames, I love that.
We love
that for
singular
you.
frames.
Yeah. Guys, I've got a big thing to announce. I have nothing else to contribute either, so I'm just here for the sake of it. I also have nothing meaningful to say or contribute to this dialogue.
Wow. Thank you for joining then. Very much appreciated.
You are so very welcome, Ashley.
Hey, Ashley, I'm going to jump in a call. Okay, why? Are you going to talk to chat? No.
Hey, Ashley.
I'm just going to sit here quietly.
I'll join the call. I'll add dialogue. That way it's more enjoyable and entertaining. I'm just here.
Michael, let's have a really entertaining conversation.
No, let's not. This is very enriching. Sure it is. You know what, Ashley? I'm here to read the chat.
You know what?
You're
Yeah,
animating.
that can be your
animating.
job.
I'm here to read the chat because the chat clearly you can't because you didn't see a single one of my messages when I was in here earlier.
Oh my god, were you in here earlier?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. I think I saw like one in passing, but there were a million super chats, so I couldn't like read it.
I can't remember what all I said. I said one message that was a little mean, I think. I can't remember what it was.
Wow, why? What the fuck?
It was funny.
Everybody bullies me, even my boyfriend.
Yeah, abuse is funny sometimes. when it's not actually serious abuse, it's funny.
You heard it here first, guys.
I had to make that clarification because oh my god,
cancel Michael.
Because that was the worst possible phrasing I could have used.
It's like yesterday, or not? Was it yesterday? I don't know. When we last did a Farfetch stream, and you were just like, "Yeah, Ashley's on the far right," and I'm like, "Of the screen, not politically." I love Kamala Harris. Sweats.
No, you said I love Joe Biden. I'm like, do you really?
I was like, nah, fuck Joe Biden. Listen, I might not like Joe, but I hate Trump. That's all that counts.
Oh man, I think that people know that you're not on the far right. I think they know that I was joking yesterday.
I don't know. I'm waiting for the call out post, and it'll be really funny. But yeah, fucking. Oh god, what was I going to talk about? Oh, speaking of getting canceled and abuse and stuff, do you remember way back in the day, like during like the early Hunicast days when everybody tried to cancel me because I was abusing you, quote unquote?
That was funny.
Everybody's like, Ashley's flirting with other people in front of her boyfriend. This is obviously not okay. And
Dude,
they've
I'm
definitely
cool with it, man.
never discussed it before and asked each other if that's okay or not.
Dude, who cares?
It's like fucking
we're comfortable as a couple and as who we are, you know. And if there's anything that goes on, we discuss it, you know.
Exactly. Like, it's not like, oh my god, it's almost like adult, mature relationships, like, you know, discuss these things with each other. I saw a lot of like, I would never do that in my relationship, but I'm like, that's fine. That's cool.
Fine. Not everybody's cool with it. Some people are
like you, that
a little
might
more
make
flirty.
that
Some
might
people are a
make
little
you
more flirty and cool with it.
Yeah, that might make you uncomfortable, and that's okay. It's your relationship. I don't care how you run your own relationship. That's cool.
Also,
Y'all can do
polygamy is
whatever you
becoming
want.
a lot more openly accepted with a lot of people. Like, a lot more people are polygamous. There's really no issue with people being flirty and like even having multiple partners if it's something that's like been discussed and they're comfortable with.
And like, I saw a really funny post once that's stuck in my head. It's just like polygamy or polyamory. I think polygamy is like multiple wives. I think it's polyamory.
Oh, polyamory is what I mean then.
Yeah. Or polygamy is usually associated with like the religious multiple wives things, but yeah, polyamory.
Oh,
it has evolved as a way to
yeah.
Polyamory has evolved as a way to deal with raising rent prices, or
have multiple roommates to help deal with rising rent prices and the economy. You know, you could just have regular roommates, or you could just be a polycule.
Yeah, I like that idea of just like polyamory is becoming more common just to help pay for rent.
Yep.
But yeah, no, I was going through my camera roll the other day, and I saw a bunch of screenshots I had taken of like that whole shenanigan, and I'm like, that was wacky.
Yeah.
The internet's silly.
Just a wacky little thing.
How dare two adults comfortable in their relationship do anything?
No, they got a point, Ashley.
Oh.
I think it makes sense.
Are we?
They can speak for us.
Wait, does that mean we're breaking up?
We've been dating?
Oh. I mean...
you heard it here first. No,
I have seen so many people, like, because of the whole, like, digital circus thing, one of the, like, number one little pieces of trivia now is, did you know that the voices of Zubul and Jax are dating? And I see a ton of people just like
that people just didn't know. Also I love seeing people just discovering that. It's just so funny.
Yeah, or like people, I saw one and I think it sent it to you. Somebody just going, "Wait, they're actually dating? I thought it was pretend." Oh, that fucking cracked me the fuck up.
The internet. It's just kayfabe for the internet.
My fake boyfriend Michael Kovac.
Yeah. That's us.
You
Here
know,
we are.
That cracked me up. Where I see a ton of people just being like, "Wait, they're still together? Why?
Like, God, when will they quit?
When will they break up?"
I just hear Mr. Lawrence, like, from SpongeBob, like, "Oh, brother!"
Mm-hmm. But yeah, that's very funny to me.
Yeah. But also it's funny that obviously we're both characters in Digital Circus that, you know, interact and have a little bit of, you know, to some degree chemistry that we've seen. We see Zubul and Jax like tease each other every now and again.
Oh, I love the chemistry between Zubul and Jax. They're very funny. Complete opposite fucking characters.
Boy, howdy.
Jax...
Also, I want you guys to know that we're just as big fans of the show as people in the chat are.
Oh yeah, we're obsessed.
Even though we voice in the show, that doesn't change the fact that we really like it and that we you know, would go out of our way to you know, seek it out and probably watch it and cheer it on regardless of our own involvement.
Oh yeah, I would
also,
be a massive
because our friend
fan.
is the creator. Yeah.
Hmm? Yeah, we both would be huge we would both be huge Digital Circus fans even if we weren't in it.
Yeah.
Just like I would be a huge fan of Lacad Daisy even if we both weren't in that / working on that as well. But I mean, I've been a fan of Lacad Daisy since I was like very little.
Yeah. Meanwhile, I didn't know what Lacad Daisy was, and you would be like, Michael, you don't know what that is?
I remember you mentioned to me, like, yeah, that Fable person was wanting me to audition for a project. I'm like, oh, that's neat. Do you know what the project is? And he's like, yeah, it's this thing called Lacad Daisy. And I was like, Michael, you need to audition for that.
I was like, yeah, I was looking at the characters, and they wanted me to read for Rocky. I think I'd be a better fit for Freckle, though.
I was like, no, Michael, Rocky's the main guy. You have to get Rocky. You're perfect for him. Ah!
Yep. Ah.
I was like, no, you don't understand. That's going to be huge. And Michael's like, whatever you say, sure. Just like, had zero idea what it was.
Wow.
He was just like, this seems fun.
I like doing fun things.
Meanwhile, I was screaming. Also, Michael, read Super Chats.
Oh. Are you actually dedicating me to reading Super Chats? Sure. Let me see how many I've missed.
You offered!
I offered to read the chat. I didn't say I'd read the Super Chat.
Oh my... Okay, sure, you win on a technicality.
Okay. I don't know how many I've missed, so I'm just gonna go back to the earliest one I see. B-Bomb Cherries says, Ashley, coworker broke a piece of equipment in a fit of anger. Pray we don't get fired.
Oh, shit, that sucks. I am sending you all the good vibes and fuck that coworker.
Yeah, that sucks. I hope that it wasn't anything ridiculously expensive. Garlic Guy. That's a fantastic name. I like garlic quite a bit. They say, who is you and Michael's favorite Poppy Playtime character? I have not played Poppy Playtime, and I don't know if Ashley has either.
I like, what's her name, Mommy Longlegs?
Elsie. You like Elsie's character, Mommy Longlegs?
Yeah. And I like Poppy, because both of those characters are voiced by my friends.
Yeah, Nola, the voice of Rue in Farfetch, is Poppy. Oh gosh, I'm trying to think of a character I like. You know what? I like Sir Poops a lot.
There's a character named Sir Poops a lot.
It's literally just a toy that's like in the background called Sir Poops a lot, and it's just a little bear called Sir Poops a lot. I like them. As far as characters that actually like are around, I like Huggy Wuggy because he's such a meme.
Yeah, but you like the meme version of him specifically. Like the ooh.
The stupid one that I voiced for Fazbear and Friends,
yeah.
where I went like, hey, this is bad and stupid. I voiced Huggy Wuggy for the Fazbear and Friends series of videos on the Enchanted Mob and Examination YouTube channels, which technically is a part of Mob Entertainment. So those videos are technically in some way official. So I guess
you could say you are a official voice of Huggy Wuggy.
I am a voice for Huggy Wuggy in that sense. So it's just kind of funny. So I try to count him in things that I do, just because it's like, well, he's a recognizable character. It couldn't hurt.
Yeah.
But also, I try to specifically use the Minecraft Fazbear and Friends design anywhere I do.
Yeah, not to mislead anyone.
Exactly. But yeah, I don't really know if I have a favorite actual character, because I haven't really played the games or kept up with them. I just voice in them. By Gaslight says, this is good nonsense on a low spoon day with multiple sclerosis. Oh no.
Oh man.
So crunchy royal icing or soft buttercream?
Ooh.
They want to ask, which do we prefer? Crunchy royal icing or soft buttercream?
Soft buttercream.
Probably soft buttercream.
Also glad to be good chill watch time entertainment for folks.
Yes, sir. Jabberjaw says, came into the stream late but was still able to catch it live for the first time. Heck yeah. Heck yeah, Jabberjaw.
Hey, awesome.
Welcome to our domain.
Also with that, only 2.5 hours in, we have finished one frame of cleanup. Everybody
How many frames
clap.
are there?
There aren't that many, thankfully, and honestly, he doesn't move much. I should be able to just make adjustments. Also, god damn it, I was drawing with the camera peg on again. But yeah, there aren't too many. I could just do a lot of copy and paste. I'm not gonna have to do too many new drawings. And thankfully, at a certain point, it's just his torso up instead of a full body. It won't be that bad.
Here, we've got a few more super chats.
Yeah.
We got Turkey Beard 2010. They say, "Hey Ashley, I remember you saying on one of your streams you have issues with gluten. Have you considered millet grain? I just thought about
Millet
it looking at a field my dad and I planted for dove season." Or dove season.
I know millet is bird food, so I know my friends would never let me hear the end of it if I started eating that, but it is a type of grain, so I don't know if it contains gluten or not. I would have to look that up. Mainly I stick to things like rice and quinoa and chickpeas / garbanzo beans, lentils. Like, I usually use a lot of that stuff as like a gluten replacement for things. Like last night, I think I might have finally found like the perfect pasta to use as a glutinous pasta replacement. It's the Bonza chickpea pasta. I had tried it before and I didn't like it, but that's because I hadn't read the directions. If you try it, make sure you rinse it off after it's done cooking. If you do not rinse it off, it tastes kind of weird. But if you rinse it off, it literally just tastes like normal pasta. But yeah, for those unaware, I have a lot of dietary restrictions. I can't have gluten, I can't have dairy, I can't have sugar, and I can't have much salt. So that kind of cancels out almost all foods. So eating is interesting. We have lots of fruits and veggies in this household. And by that I mean it's mostly me. And Michael takes all the bread. But yeah,
I love bread.
I'll look into millet. I'll see if that's a good one to try.
Also, I see Zalos Wilder with the $5 super chat made a funny haha. They said, "I honestly think Michael would be a better Bullwinkle." It's because we said something about me being Rocky. I think he'd be a better Bullwinkle.
Shut up. That's a good joke, though.
What is Bullwinkle? Has it like
very bubbly sound, doesn't he? He sounds kind of like this. I don't remember.
I think that's basically
it's like
it.
It's like a very bubbly voice. That's all I remember.
But yeah.
Do the other Rocky.
What? You mean Rocky Rickaby?
Nah, the other one.
The other Rocky's voiced by a woman in like every incarnation. I can't do that.
Do it. Do it now.
I don't even know what it sounds like. Hold on.
Your
I have to listen to
rabbit
their
demands.
voice. Hold on. Let me listen to a voice sample of Rocky from Rocky and Bullwinkle. Let me listen to their voice real quick and see what I can do.
Training Gamiacs asks.
Oh, good. One of them's Tara Strong, our favorite. Let's see.
Wait, you can't have sandwiches? No, I can't. You know what I do for sandwiches? I just roll up cheese and lunch meat, which, you know, I shouldn't have dairy as well, but fuck it, I want cheese every now and again. Actually, it's usually just lunch meat. I'll just wrap up lunch meat and put it on a romaine lettuce spear and put a little mustard on that and then put another romaine lettuce spear on top and just eat that. That's my sandwich.
Anyway, I just listened to June Foray's Rocky, and it's basically
just one of those voices. It's way up here and it's talking like this, where it's very much like I don't know how to describe it, but the accent is kind of around here. And it's really high pitched and just sounds like this.
Obviously it sounds way younger and higher pitched, but
it's pretty much just something around here, yeah.
That's an awful impression.
I know it is.
That was good, though. Thank you for indulging
Golly
me.
gee, Bullwinkle, we sure do gotta get this alcohol to Miss M.
Anyway.
Homework assignment, draw Rocky and Bullwinkle in the Lacad Daisy universe. Go. Ashley, can you have rice? I can have rice. Rice is not gluten. Gluten is in basically everything that's made with, like, wheat. So I can't have beer. I can't have beer. I can't have bread. I can't have flour tortillas. I can't have cookies. Uh, anything you can think of that's made with flour, I can't have or has flour in it. I can't have fried chicken. I can't have jambalaya because that is made out of a roux with flour. I can't have a lot of things. It's very unfortunate. If I do have them, I won't die. Like, I'm not allergic. What ends up happening is my body gets really hyper inflamed. And so I'll just basically get what is akin to arthritis. And it's really bad and it hurts a lot and it prevents me from working. I actually was barely able to do much of anything for years because of it until I figured that out. So yeah, it's weird. Anyway, I'm sure there's other super chats.
There are. We have B Bomb Cherries saying it was the deli scale. Oh, it was the equipment that broke. It was the deli scale, and he's my favorite white boy. LOL. Deli scales. I can't imagine a deli scale is that expensive.
You'll survive, I think, but those are a little bit expensive.
Deli scales they can range. They can range from 200 to 4,000.
Oh, never mind. Oh, you're so fucked. I am so sorry. I'm glad you still love your boy, though. That's true friendship.
KB says, I love you two's work. Keep it up, guys. I'm working on a comic strip as I'm listening to the stream. Awesome.
That's awesome.
Best of luck with the comic strip.
Yeah, have fun with that. I'm going to swap it over to just chatting so I can send this frame over to my director.
And then we have just one singular super chat remaining, and it is from Dandy, and it says, I love you guys.
Aw, love you too, Dandy.
Dandy.
He's a dandy guy.
Space Dandy.
I was
He's
just
a dandy
thinking.
guy in space. If you haven't seen Space Dandy, that is peak. That is a peak anime, and I highly recommend it.
It is very fun. It's a little bit problematic, but Dandy also always gets his comeuppance.
What anime isn't?
That's true. That's just kind of the blanket disclaimer you have to say when you recommend any anime. It's just like,
that's
it's a little
just
problematic,
a given when you watch anime.
but it's fun.
No, I've seen so much anime and have been so normalized to so much weird stuff in anime that I'm just like, yep, that's just anime. I'll just look past that part.
I am so thankful for Dungeon Meshi though. Unless I'm crazy, I don't think there's almost anything problematic in Dungeon Meshi like at all. Like it's actually pretty like respectful.
Yeah. No, I haven't noticed anything problematic in Dungeon Meshi.
I love Dungeon Meshi. If you have not watched Dungeon Meshi yet, go watch it. I know
the
a lot of...
The official title is Delicious in Dungeon for people that don't know.
Delicious in Dungeon. I know a lot of people kind of get turned off at the beginning because it's kind of simple, I guess, in concept at the beginning.
Yeah.
But I won't spoil anything, but it goes some very interesting places. So, definitely check it out. It is very cool. It has a lot of fucking incredible world building. That's really what brought me in and stuck me with it. Like, every creature in it is very thought out. Like, their entire biology and how they exist in this world and what their role is like so detailed and so thought out. The author is a creative genius, and she treats all of her characters with so much respect. And there's also some really fucking good autism representation too, unexpectedly. I won't say who, but one of the characters is very, very autistic coded, and I adore them. So yeah, it is good. Also, Lisa, the voice of Ivy, I combine Lisa and Ivy, is the voice of Fallon, one of the main characters in Dungeon Meshi, and she does an awesome job. So
yeah, Lisa's a great friend of ours and is very, very cool.
Yeah, you've known her for ages.
Known Lisa for a long time. She's very, very, very cool. I've known her since before she moved to LA and pursued voice acting very seriously. She's a good bean.
Yeah, she good egg. And everybody else on the cast is awesome too.
Yeah. When they were
Alright.
casting for all the other characters, I specifically sent the sides to Lisa like a week before they even went out like to others, because I was like, Lisa, I think you're perfect for this role. You need to have this. And lo and
Oh,
behold,
so are
it
you
ended
the
up working
reason
out
that Lisa's Fallon?
for Lacad Daisy?
Oh, for Lackadaisy. I thought you'd sent her the. I
No,
thought you were saying you sent
I didn't
her
get
the
sides for
dungeon.
Dungeon Meshy.
Oh.
I wish. No, I didn't get to read for Dungeon Meshy.
Oh, if only. Maybe someday.
If only.
But yeah,
Who
no,
knows?
that's right.
I got it.
You did send her the auditions for Lackadaisy.
No, for Lackadaisy. Who am I to send Dungeon Meshy sides? That would be a bad no. I couldn't admit to that.
No, I
can
thought you
admit it
meant
for
like you
Lackadaisy.
recommended her. Because
Oh,
you
no,
are
no, no,
allowed to
only-
do that.
No, for Lackadaisy, I recommended her.
Your hair reminds me of Jack's, mostly the ears. Listen, I was a
Someone's
purple
stealing my
bunny.
style.
I was a purple bunny long before you, fucko.
Yeah, sure. Say it. Say that. You can say it, but it's not real. Doesn't mean it's true.
You can't steal the position of purple bunny away from me. It's
The
all
only
I
position
have.
you're taking is
Oh, whoa! What? Where are you going with that, huh? Come on, finish what you've started.
No, I'm not.
That reminds me. I remember forever ago, fucking when you first got the role as Jax, and like I wasn't really a Jax simp until like episode 1 came out. It finally kind of clicked in my brain. And I was like, oh no, I think I really like Jax. He's oh god, he's kind of hot. Why? And so I looked at Michael and I was like, Michael, Jax is hot. And then Michael just leans over and whispers in my ear, I will never use Jax's voice in a way that brings you any joy.
Yep.
Cole, stop tapping on the ceiling!
It was funny.
Cole's room is directly below where my workstation is, so he will just tap his fingies on the ceiling,
By
which
the
is
way,
the floor
Ashley-
directly below me. Yes.
I got bad news. Cole's laptop is totally dead. I got to give him my old laptop.
Oh, that sucks. Poor-
Yeah.
Poor boy. Well, the moment we get that fixed, we can get Cole in call and have him join streams, because Cole's a very funny boy.
Yeah.
But alright, I have about a half hour left in my workday. So I'm gonna do a little bit more Lackadaisy work before my shift ends. And we will stream more later. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining. If you have not subscribed to the Lackadaisy channel, definitely go and do so. Let me pull up their YouTube channel and post a link.
Dude, we have 666 viewers right
I
now. We're peak.
know. That's a lot of people.
That's also the devil's number, and it's great.
It's an evil stream. Everybody, posted a link. Go check out Lackadaisy. It is an awesome indie show that I have the pleasure of working on, and Michael voices the main character in it, and I voice Lacey in it, a character upcoming in season 1. So, if you'd like to support more indie animation, check out them, follow them, share them. And yeah. We'll be back later. Thank you, everybody who gave super chats and hung out and just everything. I appreciate you all. And thank you, Michael, for joining me. I appreciate you too,
Yes.
I guess, Baka.
Bacallaro.
Bacallero. And yeah. Bye, everybody.
Johnny!